What's up, guys? It's Mizuna, and welcome back to episode 4 now of our Feed the Beast Beyond Let's Play. Today, we're about to mine the first diamonds on the server. I have put looting on both my pickaxe and my hammer now, so just a little bit. I put one piece of lapis on each of them. And then I'm going to let it, because if you put lapis on a tinker's tool, it gives luck. And then that will gradually build up until you have fortune 3. So, these first diamonds we mine, not going to be very effectively fortuned, but better than nothing. 2. Okay, there's a third. That's good. 3, 4, 5. That's not actually that bad. Good. So yeah, got the first diamonds on the server, feeling pretty good about that. The plan for today is to hook up with the other members of the server, hopefully, and construct the Nether hub. We're going to build Nether portals on my side and on the side of spawn, because that's where everybody is right now. And we're going to try and connect everybody up so that we can easily navigate around. So, I'm down here mining because I need some diamonds, because I need to put diamonds on these tools in order to be able to mine obsidian. And of course, we need to get obsidian so that we can build some nether portals. So, let's go ahead and do this in our brand new Tinker's Construct area smithy thing. I like it a lot, actually. It makes me happy every time I come up here. Let's put a diamond on you. It's going to increase the durability. Oh, not enough modifiers. Are there no modifiers? Oh, I need to level this up. Okay, that's fine. Let's put a diamond on you, as I was saying. It'll increase the mining speed, the mining level, and the durability. So there we go. We've got a diamond on you. That's awesome. That's fantastic. I love it. It's great stuff. Great stuff. So, now we can mine some obsidian. And we need 10 pieces? 10 pieces, yes. No. Not 8? I don't remember how many is the minimum. 6 on both sides, 4, 5, 10. We need 10 pieces in all to make one nether portal, which means that we actually need 20 pieces of obsidian in order to... Oh, forgot I'm not wearing my backpack. In order to... I'm gonna turn the music down here. A little bit loud. There we go. In order to get another portal for me, and another portal on the other side of the hub. So, little bit of a tangent. Time to upgrade the backpack. Here we go. You put a basic backpack from Iron Backpacks with 7 pieces of iron and a chest, you get an iron backpack. You put that with a chest and 7 pieces of gold, you get a gold backpack. You hit V by default, you may need to remap some keys due to conflicts in bigger mod packs to put that back on your back, and now we have a much larger storage space. Also, I built a drawer here for cobblestone. It's already full. 2048 cobblestone. Just been mining between episodes, you know, like you do. I'm gonna put some of this stuff away here. We now have diamonds, which is cool. We need to level up our hammer before we can put a diamond on it. Not too hard of an ask. We can do that pretty quickly. So, I'm gonna mine around. First off, I'm gonna grab a bucket of water because we're going to need that to make ourselves some obsidian. I'm gonna mine around until I find a decently large lava lake. And then, hopefully I'll have leveled up my hammer by then. And we can mine some obsidian and get together with the other guys and girls on Discord and build ourselves the basics of a nether hub. I will return shortly. I have successfully mined 20 obsidian. I have the other 10 in my golden backpack from down under. We did level up our copper hammer, our bronze copper hammer, excuse me. And we used it to mine some obsidian. It has looting 1 now. That's great. I found a few more diamonds too. They're over in my resources chest. But I wanted to bring you guys along for the first time anybody has entered the Nether. Here we go. I'm terrified. I have food, I have torches, I have tools, I have blocks on my hotbar. Not on my hotbar. Now I have blocks on my hotbar. Gonna put the flint and steel away before it gets lost. Ready? Here we go! Alright, loading. Where did we spawn? Where did we spawn? Where did we spawn? Not a terrible place, actually. Okay, hide from the ghast. Hide from the ghast. We don't want any. Okay, so I want to get up to the Nether ceiling. The fact that there are ghasts around immediately makes that somewhat difficult, but it's fine. It should be okay. So, I'm actually gonna move this portal. What I'm about to do here, by the way, super dangerous. And I'm only really doing it because I'm very, very confident that I can pull this off without dying. So I'm gonna break this portal, I'm gonna take its blocks, I'm gonna pillar up to the Nether ceiling, I'm gonna dig out a space in the Nether ceiling so that I can make my way back to spawn. So, I'm gonna do that because breaking obsidian takes literally 10 years, and the next time I come back, we should be joined by some of the other members of the server. There's Hello, I Miss You logging in right now. JD is already online. It's gonna be a fun night, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, we've dug our Nether tunnel. It goes all the way from my house, way the heck over there, to 0, 0. I'm about to step through the portal. We're in the Nether ceiling. On the other side, we should see spawn. Cross your fingers. Maybe. And here we are. We are at spawn. We are joined by JDB. Let me just unmute Discord here. All right, here we are.
Sweet.
We did it. There's already a gravestone here. That's always good.
Wonder whose that is.
Nicole's. Are we living in a hole in the ground? Is that what's going on here?
It's
Well,
the
we're not living in a castle at this point.
Hello.
It's
Whoa.
all I can make while
That
I'm
was
under
weird.
this motion sickness
Here,
spell.
try and climb down the ladder. I bet you I try and climb down. Whoa, that's weird. We push each other around in this version.
I can't tell.
Yeah, I know. She's having mouse issues. Anyway, now we're at spawn, and anybody who wants to get to my place, just walk through the Nether portal that's at 0, 0, and walk down the tunnel, and you'll be at my place.
Sweet. I'm gonna go raid that.
Unfortunately, we had to cut that little meeting with the rest of the server short, but there will be more in the future. So, for the next part of this episode, I think, now that we have access to the Nether, it's time to get access to Cobalt and Ardite to really bring our tools to the next level. I know we just built these, but I don't know. I like being able to just have the very best. So, what I have there is a stone sharpening kit. I'm going to make a cast out of that with gold. And then we're going to pour obsidian into this in order to make ourselves some obsidian sharpening kits. I'm going to do 2 pieces of obsidian. 1 piece of obsidian turns into 288 millibuckets of obsidian. 288 millibuckets is exactly how much you need to make a sharpening kit. So those are going to take a minute to melt down, it looks like. Let me just return in a moment. Here we go. Those are melted down. If I pour these out now, what we should see is that we get 2 obsidian sharpening kits. These can be combined with our tools, and all they do is raise the mining level. Obsidian tools have a cobalt mining level, interestingly enough, so we can use these to make our tools able to mine cobalt and ardite, which is fantastic. So let's put... Okay, I've got a bunch of netherrack still in my backpack. Not even sure when we're going to use that, honestly, but eventually we'll probably end up using it. So it's about to get dark. Let's go sleep, and then we will modify our tools here, our pickaxe and our hammer. And then we need to make our way back down to the nether floor. We'll probably build ourselves a little staircase to get all the way up and down. And eventually the nether hub obviously will be decorated. Right now it's just plain, but... Alright, so if I do this and this... Oh, combine with a flint. Okay, I can do that. I think I've got a couple of flint laying around at this point. Probably be in this upper chest here. They would indeed. Get a couple of flint. And then what you'll see is, as you can see here, the mining level for this hammer is obsidian. Once I combine this with this sharpening kit, the mining level suddenly becomes cobalt. And you can see fortified obsidian. So that means that we've used now 2 modifiers for this tool simply to get it to a better mining level. A diamond to get it to be able to mine obsidian, and then obsidian to get it to mine cobalt. But that's fine, because I'm going to be building new tools out of the manulin and cobalt. Ardite and cobalt and manulin. And we'll look into what's the best for our hammer later. I think I already know what I'm going to get for the pickaxe. So, next step for me is just to mine away a little passageway down to the nether floor so that we can get mining. I'm going to be right back when I've gathered some things up. So we've been exploring the nether quite a bit. As you can see by my inventory, we have 60 cobalt and 33 ardite now. Those gas are giving me a conniption. However, we have found ourselves a nether fortress. So while we were here, I figured we might as well just, you know, pick up some materials. I've picked up some glowstone, just a little bit. Some of the nether trees. I've picked up, obviously, the cobalt and ardite that we came for, some nether quartz, some soul stands, some magma blocks, etc. And now that we're here, we may as well pick up some nether wart and some blaze rods. And any other goodies we can find in this nether fortress. I ran out of food, by the way, while I was in here, because I didn't quite bring enough. We don't have a great source of food yet. But it's okay, because in the nether you can find mushrooms and you can find wood, which means you can make mushroom soup. Fairly reliable source of food. Okay, so I see nether wart here. That's awesome. Let's just, you know, let's pick all this up and then let's replant this, actually, because I want everybody else to be able to come get nether wart here as well. I don't really want to just destroy this fortress, take everything in it, because obviously there are other people on the server. They're not quite as far along as we are. Oh, why I have my pick in my left hand, by the way, if you didn't know, you can actually mine with your left hand with Tinker's Construct tools. So that's pretty cool. You just mine like normal, left click, and that's how it works. So now we've got nether wart. We still need blaze rods. And then we can actually brew potions fairly early on in this series, which is exciting. If we get some blaze rods here. Not this way. Figured I'd just bring you guys along for a little bit of exploration here. Okay, here's a chest. It's a good sign. Just peek around the corner here. We've got some withered ribs from reliquary, some iron ingots, and some horse armor. Not, like, the greatest thing that's ever happened, obviously, but not terrible either. Gonna put some of this stuff away that we're not going to have, or that we're not going to need, rather. There we go. And then keep on exploring. Let's see what else we can find. This Nether Fortress kind of generated oddly. Like, it's a strange configuration. Over here, we have the lava well that is the center for the generation for Nether Fortresses, if you didn't know. So if you find... You know, if you find one of those, then you're walking into the center of the fortress, which is actually where we kind of want to be. I'm gonna see if I can. I already got return to sender while I've been here, by the way, so there you go. It's not that hard. Unlike everything else in Minecraft in combat these days, you don't actually need to... You know, I don't have any bloodwood as of yet. Let me pick some of this up. Really, let's just pick up a sapling. There we go. Was that it? Nope. Those particles look a lot like a sapling, but they were not. Interesting. Okay, I hear a blaze. Where are you? There you are. Hey, oh, two of them. Perfect. And that's our blaze rod. Pretty easy, I would say. Not a huge burden or anything. Ooh. Alright, I am withered. Not taking a huge amount of damage from that. Okay. So, Nether Fortresses, still very dangerous. I do want to find a blaze spawner because I want some blaze rods. Let's see if we can't get back in here and find ourselves a blaze spawner. Maybe. We've got everything we need. I could just find my way out at this point. Oh. These nether bricks take a while to break. Okay, there we go. So we are inside now. Is this the one we've already raided? No, it's not. What's this? We have IC2 copper. We have dark boots. Those are kind of nice. You can use these to get some... you can empower these and get some, like, upgrades. Let's see. Do they have better armor toughness? They do. So they're actually better than our ruby boots. That's kind of cool. Have a saddle. That's pretty cool. A molten core. Premium planting. Premium smelting. Enhanced capacitor. That is a pretty darn good capacitor. So if you didn't know, with these Ender.io found capacitors, those notes, the premium planting, premium smelting, enhanced capacitor, that note, it actually describes what it does. So what this one does is it increases the planting range in a farming station, and it also increases the smelting speed in an alloy furnace, and it acts as an enhanced capacitor. So that's pretty cool. Some gold, some copper, a golden sword. Not super interesting stuff, honestly. Let's see. Anything else here? Kind of looking on the mini-map, seeing if I can't see a spawner in my periphery. Nothing too exciting. This is a weird... It's like 2 fortresses spawned at once. So I am going to fight off some wither skeletons, I guess. Okay, so this is a cool thing. Drops of evil, very useful. You can use those to make some disturbed spawners from extra utilities too. Very cool. Helps you move things around. That's also how you get cursed earth now, so that's pretty neat. We've only got 1 so far. Oh, that's why. Molten cores, reliquary. We will want to get into reliquary eventually. Not sure if that's something we're really ready for yet, but definitely something we want to be able to do at some point. I am pretty low on health here. Those wither skeletons, quite scary, quite scary. Still have not found what we're looking for here. Okay, so I'm going to take a break. I'm going to explore, try and find a blaze spawner, and I will be right back. I did end up finding a blaze spawner. I was so low on food that I didn't really feel comfortable staying for much longer, honestly. So instead, I made my way back to the safety of my own home. Let's actually just munch on some carrots here. Yeah, because I need food quite badly. And I don't really want to take the time to go over there, harvest the wheat, craft 9 pieces of bread. We really need a better food source than bread, is what we're coming to realize here, which is fine. We ended up with a lot of cobalt and ardite, which of course is why we went to the Nether in the first place. So, the first thing I'd like to do is make myself a Manulan sword blade. Now, to get a Manulan sword blade, pretty easy. You just need 288 millibuckets of molten Manulan in a sword blade cast. Molten Manulan, if we look at smelting down just the ore, please. Please. Oh, sorry, it's alloying. Right. It's a one piece of cobalt and 1 piece of ardite makes 1 piece of Manulan. So it is kind of expensive. Cobalt, if we smelt down our cobalt ore, one of these will show us how much we get out of that. We get 288 millibuckets. So we need 1 piece of cobalt and 1 piece of ardite to make the 1 piece of Manulan required. Well, it's really 2 ingots of Manulan required for our sword blade. So we can do that very easily. And we can go up and grab our sword blade cast, excuse me. We're also going to, while we're up here, grab our hammerhead cast, because we're going to want that. A tool rod cast, I don't think so. Large plate, definitely. And I don't think I ever made a tough tool rod cast, actually. I should make one of those, because I'm going to want it. And eventually we'll be swapping out the pieces, but our hammer for now is going to be made out of cobalt, ardite, and I think actually that's pretty much it for now. Cobalt and ardite. That should give it a decent, like, the handle out of ardite, or possibly out of cobalt. Let's actually find out real fast which of them has the better combination for... So, cobalt has a crappy handle modifier, a little bit of durability. The ardite has a negative durability, actually, but a great modifier, which is fantastic for a hammer that's going to have a huge durability anyway. So, yeah, we're going to make the handle in one of the plates out of cobalt, or excuse me, out of ardite, and the head and one of the plates out of cobalt for now. That may be changing in the future. But for now, that's what we're going to do. So I came in here because I need a piece of gold, 2 pieces of gold, actually, to make myself a cast for the stone tough tool rod. We have a lot of these materials, so I'm not really concerned about using some of them here to make better tools. So we're just going to craft that up. Should give me a sword blade. There we go. Very easy. And then we're going to stick our tough tool rod in there. Melt down a couple of pieces of gold. Those should melt fairly quickly. Yeah. And we're going to go up here while that melts and create our new sword. So, silver gets a +3 versus undead, which is pretty great. So this ends up being at a 10 attack versus undead, 7 overall. When I replace it with Manulin, it goes to a 10.72 overall, nothing against the undead. However, what we can do is replace the tool rod or the guard with silver to get the holy modifier. Let's actually look into that really fast. If we wanted to make it out of silver, the handle would give kind of a crappy modifier, but it would, or that's steel, excuse me. Yep, still kind of a crappy modifier, but it would give extra damage to undead versus extra durability and extra damage against undead. That is compared to bronze, which gives a better handle modifier and dense, but less durability and dense. So I'm thinking probably replace the handle with bronze, do the guard out of silver. We could also get a little bit spicier and do electrum for one of the pieces. Probably, it's looking like the handle out of electrum, because 1.1 and -0.25. Hard decision, 150 versus 250. Or Constantin also gives additional damage here. Terrible handle modifier, so yeah. I'm thinking probably bronze handle, or sorry, electrum handle and silver guard. It'll be a little bit low on the durability, but it will give... It'll do a heck of a lot of damage. So, that being said, we need a couple pieces of bronze. I have those on me. And I do have nether quartz on me as well to increase the damage further. We're going to make a really nice sword here. We're going to need some gold, and we're going to need some silver. Let's go back down there. We should have that gold melted for our tough tool rod here. Our tough tool rod cast, that is. And do we have a tool rod cast or a guard cast? We have one or the other. I'm not sure which. Let's go find out. We have the wide guard cast. We do, and we have the tool rod cast. That's perfect. So let's grab this out. This is going to also bump up its durability from 390 to 1017. So that's quite a bit better. This is going to be a really, really nice sword. And then we're going to do the rest of the tools as well. So, we decided we wanted silver for the... Oh, boy. Oh, boy, I just can't keep it straight in my head, can I? Silver for the extra part, the guard, and electrum for the handle. Perfect. The shocking modifier, by the way, what that does is give the tool a, like, it builds up a charge when you move around, and then it'll electrocute your enemies when you discharge that ability. So, it's kind of cool. Silver gives holy, so it's very good against undead. This should make a really, really epic sword, actually. It should be very, very good. So let's replace that with the tool rod cast. Wait for this to melt. It'll combine into electrum. There you go. 2 ingots of molten electrum. Do I keep an ingot? I do. And if we go back upstairs, probably replace those with stairs at some point so that I can just move around a little bit easier. So, we have 10.72 attack. we replace this with silver. Our durability goes up a tiny bit. We lose out on dense, but we do get the +3 versus undead. So I like that. And then we replace the wooden handle with an electrum handle. Durability goes up yet again. And instead of ecological, we get shocking. So there you go. Now, how much of this... I mean, we would need a lot more than that to... Well, no, we can actually do this pretty easily. That'll give 12.46. Do I need this for anything else right now? I can always mine more. And that'll give 13.32. I mean, we need more quartz than that. But this should basically one-shot unarmored mobs. So let's go test it out real fast, shall we? If I go out into the world, find myself a zombie, because it will do more damage against the undead, and with shocking, critical hit, one shot. Yep, I thought so. One shot, one kill. Even now. And you can see that it starts glowing here in a second after I'm walking around. And that is the shocking modifier at work. Looks a little bit funky. Huh. Can't rest monsters nearby. I see on my minimap that there are legitimately 3 creepers right outside my door. Why is that? It's a little bit questionable, isn't it? Okay, so now we have an epic sword. That's a really bright glow. I wonder what's going on with that. I don't remember it being so obnoxiously bright. Ooh. Hello. Oh, I didn't know they spawned in groups. The heck? Okay. Wow. What are these giving me? Core stones. Okay. Interesting. What are those used for? Not much of anything. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, can I sleep yet? No? Okay. I'm gonna cut here and I'll be right back. I have cleared out my inventory, done a little bit of organization, built another drawer over here for our nether rack, because we had a lot of it, and I put a... There we go. Shift right click with an empty hand. I put a gold upgrade in this storage drawer that increases its capacity by a multiplier of 5, so it can hold a lot more cobblestone for us now. Yeah, and so I have a full assortment of tools now. The sword you saw, we've already tried that out. Really, really nice. Not completely upgraded, obviously. We still have another modifier to use, and it's only a custom, so this will only get better as the game goes on. I made a shuriken instead of a bow and arrow. Takes up less inventory slot, easier to use, just generally a little bit better. I made it out of silver and manulin, so that it does extra damage to the undead, because that's the primary mod, or primary mob that you end up killing all the time, so it makes sense. And manulin has both insatiable and cold-blooded. Insatiable means it does more damage to full health targets. Cold-blooded means, other way around. Cold-blooded does more damage to full health targets. Insatiable does more damage as combat goes on. The hammer is made out of cobalt for the hammerhead and one of the plates, and ardite for the remaining plate and the handle. Gives it a decent amount of durability, as you can see, 2,412. Pretty quick. Has a modifier yet to be used, and it's clumsy level, so that'll get more modifiers as we go. It also has Petramore, which means that it absorbs stone to rebuild. Momentum, which means that as you continue to mine, it gets faster, and Stonebound, which means that when it's at a lower durability, it gets faster. My pickaxe, I went with a bronze handle for the dense modifier, so that it takes less durability damage when it's low on durability. Momentum from the cobalt pickaxe head, and the excellent mining speed of 12. 12 on that. I don't know why I inserted a B into that word. And Petramore once again. And then, instead of making a shovel and a hatchet, I made a mattock. Both heads, the shovel and the hatchet head, out of cobalt, and the tool rod out of bronze. Whew, that was a handful. So, shall we go try it out? Let's go see how quick our hammer is in comparison. I still have the old tools, by the way, in that chest up above in our Tinker's building. Figured I'd keep it for posterity and possibly hand it off to somebody else in need of a tool. Alright, so let's see how quickly this sucker mines. Ready? Ooh. That's really nice. And that just will get faster and faster as we add modifiers to it. That's excellent. Very, very nice, very nice. Okay, and the pickaxe, just out of curiosity. About the same, about the same. A little, I mean, definitely faster, obviously, but... oh, excuse me. But about the same, like, upgrade, I would say. And then the shuriken, how that works, you just right-click, it throws a ninja star, it's pretty cool. It's not affected by gravity very much, which is awesome. And the cool thing about building this out of silver and manulin instead of all manulin is, yes, it decreases the damage a little bit on, like, its base damage, but I think it does, well, actually, I did the math, it does more damage to undead mobs, and also can be repaired with silver rather than manulin, which is a much cheaper material. So I think the only thing left to test out here is our mattock, and off camera I guess, I mean, I have enough material, I might as well build a lumber axe out of these better materials as well, just to keep that on hand. But the mattock, as you can see, much faster than our old hatchet. Yeah, that's going to be much better for us. So, guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode of Feed the Beast Beyond. If you have enjoyed it, leave a like and a comment down below. It really does help me out. Subscribe for more content every single day. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. That is where you'll get the most up-to-date information about my life, YouTube, and the world in general. As well as, you know, interesting pictures, things that I find funny, whatever, you know, and the earliest announcement that videos have been posted. So follow that link in the description below and follow me there. Yeah, I hope I see you guys next time. As always, this is Mizuna, signing off.